Speaking out against my abuser ruined my life, and I'd like to talk to you about it. I'm gonna be reading something I wrote. It's not particularly well written, but I just needed to collect my thoughts.
Melanie Martinez just got worse. All right, folks, get ready because today we're diving into a story that just keeps getting messier. We're talking about none other than Melanie Martinez, a name that probably brings to mind pastel-colored aesthetics and eerie music videos. But today it's not about her art. It's about the controversy that's been haunting her for years. And guess what? It just got worse. Before we get into that, a quick heads up. This video discusses sexual assault allegations. If that's something you're not comfortable with, feel free to click away. Your mental health comes first. So for those of you who might have been living under a rock or just aren't into the whole alt-pop scene, Melanie Martinez is a singer-songwriter who shot to fame after her stint on The Voice. But unlike your typical reality TV star, she carved out a niche for herself with her unique brand of creepy, cute pop. Her debut album, Cry Baby, was a massive hit, and she quickly gained a cult following. But as we all know, with great fame comes even greater scrutiny, and that's where things start to go downhill. Let's rewind to 2017. Melanie's ex-best friend, Timothy Heller, came forward with some serious allegations against her. Timothy claimed that during a sleepover, Melanie pressured her into sex, despite Timothy repeatedly saying no. Now, this isn't just some he said, she said situation. These are life-ruining allegations, and they hit Melanie's career like a ton of bricks. Initially, Melanie responded with a classic PR move, a statement expressing shock and sadness, but also implying that Timothy never said no. And just like that, the internet was divided. Melanie's hardcore fans stood by her, while others rallied behind Timothy, demanding justice. But here's the kicker. After that initial response, Melanie went radio silent. No further comments, no explanations, just nothing. And for years, the situation just simmered in the background until recently, when it exploded back into the spotlight. Fast forward to now. 7 years later, Timothy Heller reemerged on TikTok, and let me tell you, she did not hold back. In a heartfelt and gut-wrenching video, Timothy opened up about how speaking out against her abuser, Melanie, ruined her life. She talked about being driven off the internet, branded a liar, and having her entire life upended by Melanie's fans.
After my initial statement describing in detail what happened, my abuser issued a statement in response. She used the sentence, "She never said no to what we chose to do together." While I did say no, in many different ways, this sentence was actually quite validating for me to hear. She clearly didn't understand how consent works, and she admitted that something took place between us. I wish it ended there. I made the mistake of doing an interview with Daily Mail. While being interviewed, they asked for more specific details, like when the incident took place. It'd been around 2 years prior, so I didn't remember the exact date. What I did remember was a picture I took the next day. I went back in my camera roll, found the picture, and told them the day of the incident was the day before. Unfortunately, I was wrong.
Timothy's story is as tragic as it is infuriating. After her initial post in 2017, she made a mistake in an interview, an innocent mix-up about the date of the alleged assault, and what did Melanie's fans do? They pounced. They used that one mistake to discredit her entire story, labeling her as a liar. And because of that, Timothy's credibility was shattered, and her life was turned upside down. Here's where things get really twisted.
The accounts dedicated to me, thousands of dislikes and negative comments on all of my music, and completely ridiculous fabricated stories of me being posted online. I really hoped it would die out and people who liked me would stick around and I'd be able to move on with my career, but it never died. Anything I attempted to do was infected with this story. Googling me results in many first-page results calling me a liar. The people who hated me took it upon themselves to ruin every opportunity for me.
Instead of addressing the allegations head-on, Melanie's fan base decided to take matters into their own hands. They harassed Timothy online, spread false rumors, and even went as far as to leak her personal information, all because their favorite artist was accused of something horrific. Let's be real here. Defending your favorite artist is one thing, but going on a witch hunt against a victim? That's next-level toxic.
Partnerships with brands, modeling opportunities, they were all flooded with comments saying I lied about SA. In addition to this, my home address, phone number, and family's phone numbers were all leaked.
These fans were so blinded by their love for Melanie's music that they couldn't or wouldn't see the potential truth in Timothy's words. And it's not like Melanie did anything to stop them. She just sat back, watched it unfold, and continued to drop new music like nothing ever happened. Now I know what some of you might be thinking, but what if Timothy is lying? Fair point. False allegations do happen, and they're just as damaging. But here's the thing. Melanie's response, or rather lack thereof, speaks volumes. Instead of clearing the air, providing evidence, or even just addressing her fan base's behavior, she stayed silent. And silence, in this case, isn't golden, it's damning. If you're a public figure, especially one with a massive platform, you have a responsibility to your fans and to the public. Ignoring serious allegations and letting your fans go rogue, that's not just irresponsible, it's dangerous. To make matters even more complicated, another person has come forward claiming that Melanie also pressured them into sex. But unlike Timothy, this person allegedly gave in to the pressure and said yes. They've since voiced their support for Timothy, saying that her story aligns with their own experiences. This is where it gets really murky. When multiple people start telling similar stories, it's hard to brush it off as a misunderstanding or a lie. There's a pattern here, and it's one that Melanie has yet to properly address. Timothy's TikTok has gained a lot of traction, and it seems like some of Melanie's fans are starting to listen. The comment sections are filled with people rethinking their support for Melanie and offering their apologies to Timothy. It's a small step, but it's something. But here's the thing. This shouldn't have taken 7 years. It shouldn't have taken Timothy being driven off the internet only to come back and relive her trauma just to be believed. And it sure as hell shouldn't have taken Melanie's fan base that long to question their idol. So where does this leave us? Well, it's clear that Melanie Martinez's career is at a crossroads. She can't keep ignoring this. The longer she stays silent, the more it looks like she has something to hide. If she's innocent, then she needs to prove it. If she's guilty, then she needs to take responsibility. And as for her fans, y'all need to chill. It's okay to love someone's art and still hold them accountable for their actions. Blind loyalty doesn't do anyone any favors, especially not the person you're trying to protect. In the end, the truth will come out one way or another, but until then, it's important to listen to victims, question everything, and not let our love for an artist cloud our judgment. Melanie Martinez might have been able to skate by for the past 7 years, but with Timothy back in the spotlight, the pressure's on. And if Melanie doesn't address this soon, her career might just go up in flames. Thanks for watching, folks. If you found this video insightful, hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the messier side of pop culture. Stay tuned for more, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Subscribe, motherfucker.